we want to talk to you today about our updated marketing rules and ethics, which have been a long and lengthy project because we thought we would launch it already in spring, but then there was a lot of back and forth, and now we did a new launch of the update in July. So today I want to just give you a reminder what is this all about, and then Emily will give you a detail on the social media particular updates in that area, which are very, very good and very nice presentation, which you already had at the Leader Council. So let's give me some minutes. I want to just give you a short update. So why did we update our marketing rules and ethics? So first and foremost, it is the following that Emily and myself, we had the first development of this already existing document 5.5 years back in time. Then we did some smaller updates over the years, but then we realized last year that we needed to make a bigger update because there were so much things happening in our world which have evolved, and we didn't really were capable to be explicit enough for you to help you, to guide you as partners, what actually is okay or not okay, and how could we make sure that you are supportive in the best way from us, which is always the intention, because we want to make sure that we give you the framework you need to have to be successful. And also, of course, we want to make sure that we do the business together with full integrity, that we are compliant, and that we are, of course, everybody together working on maintaining a great brand reputation, or even building an amazing brand reputation for Cincino compared to other brands. So this is really important for us, everybody, to understand that this is a framework of guidance for you. So the new document is released, or was released in the newsroom the 8th of July in English. And we are now working on the language versions for Europe, which will be released, I would say, around end of August. So we will do it as soon as something is ready, you will get it, and we will update it in the file library, of course. And to that point, where do you find this document? The side of the newsroom, you find it in the back office under marketing and branding. In the area, it's called Marketing Rules and Ethics Update version 2025. We will also make then updates to adjust the document to non-European countries. So the next one we will work on is a US version, because you have a little bit of different rules. So we will make sure that this is the global base document, and then we will steadily develop it into local tweaks. So what is this all about? So first of all, the chapter 1 is about guidelines for trademarks, logos, brands, and the names for Cincino independent partners. The second one is about online sales and private websites. So what rules apply if you want to have another website outside of your replicated Cincino shop website. The third one is all about social media guidelines, and there Emily will give you a full update a little bit in a short while. We have the chapter 4 about testimonials and brand recommendations. I had a training on this one in, I think, end of May or in June. So of course, we will repeat it, and we will work further on guidelines, how you can work with compliant health claims, for example, which is important for testimonials. However, we also advise you to use our website. So the website, the explore pages, which we have made for you, the product concept pages, they contain, for example, customer testimonials, which are compliant. And it's, of course, the ones we recommend you to use in order to really feel sure about that you can use something which is compliant. Then there is a new policy. It's the AI policy. And that, I have to say, is something we will develop steadily over time. So this is new, and the first draft is pretty much more a very generic AI policy to make sure that we and you as partners are compliant with the EU law for AI. So please have a read through. We will have a dedicated session on this topic a little bit in the nearby future to give a special training. And for sure there are questions because it's a rather new area. So this is a very important section for us because, of course, there are a lot of opportunities, but there are also potential threats in this area. I want to, just before I go over, announce, I will come back to that in a second. The last chapter is about suspension and termination, which is the most boring one. We want to skip that. So please just make sure if everything is good on chapter 1 to 5, hopefully will never lead to chapter 6. But we have to have it. So it's the boring one. So here is a look how this document looks like. And the good news is that now this table of content is interactive. So if you're, for example, just interested in the AI policy, you can click on AI policy and you will immediately be at the AI policy. So you don't need to scroll anymore. So it's an updated version for you. So that's good. So try it out. And what's new inside each chapter? So first of all, the first one is about expanded rules on how to use trademarks, branding, and our intellectual property. So that is a bit more extended than what it was before. We have also more updated social media guidelines to help you to market yourself effectively and ethically. So there you will get more from Emily in a short while. We also have clearer instructions with examples on health claims testimonials. So it can be financial or lifestyle testimonials and how to do endorsement. And there are more details on online sales, private websites, and digital advertising, where we already had a session before the summer period with Marcin explaining you how to apply for private websites at compliance@cincino.com in case you want to have another website which is not the normal replicated website. We have, again, the new AI policy, which is not anything I will talk in depth about today. However, what I would like to mention is that we are, of course, working already in the company with a lot of different AI tools, especially when it comes to localization, translations, content creation, and so on and so on. And Emily will also mention a bit about it because you can, of course, utilize still a lot of AI tools for creativity and content creation. And then there is, of course, one area which is a little bit sensitive, and that's about, there was also a question about in the Leader Council about what's about AI avatars or anything like that. And I want to say that we do not recommend you to build an AI avatar to do the business on your behalf. I mean, this is really not what we want to do. However, we have one project together with Dr. Sven Goebel, who had initiated an AI avatar support system, which we found really good. So we are working with him on a kind of corporational level to make sure that we can offer you something as Cincino in the future, where you can be able to have it as a sales or professional guidelines for your support. So that is some project we are working on. I cannot guarantee you exactly when we will be ready to release it, but it's something we are really working together with the IT department. And so Sven and we are working on this project together. So there is a kind of agreement with him on this work, what he did, because he did it in a extremely professional and great way. So if you have any questions regarding that, you can, of course, always contact myself, or if you have general questions regarding any of the contents and what is okay, please use marketing@cincino.com. And if you have questions regarding compliance and want to apply, for example, for a private website, please use compliance@cincino.com for any kind of application in that direction. That was everything I want to share with you today. If you have, of course, questions, you can ask me in the chat. And now I would like to hand over to Emily, who has produced a wonderful presentation for you on the details of social media and content management in that area. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabrielle. I'm just going to share my screen now. Just bear with me. Okay, so yeah, as Gabrielle said, we wrote the first marketing rules and guidelines for 5.5 years ago now, when we've made some small changes, but this is quite a big change that needed to be done because as with AI and everything evolving, things have been changing very, very quickly. So a part of the marketing rules and guidelines, we've got an extensive section on social media, which I'll go through. I'll also speak about testimonials and briefly about AI as well. So why do we need these marketing rules and guidelines? It's to protect your business. It's also to build trust, and it's to make sure that we align with the local marketing laws and the EU marketing laws, which is what, as Gabrielle said, what we've started with. We started with the EU version, and we will roll it out more specific to each market as we go. So influencer marketing is now regular, just like mainstream advertising. And the important thing to know as Zinzino partners is that you are considered as influencers online under the EU law. So that means that everything that you do online needs to be considered as being like an influencer. Now, the scrutiny on social media is increasing, and we see a lot of issues that come up. So we're legally responsible for any of the marketing content that you post out there, which is why we're hot on it. And we know that, local laws are hot on it too. So these guidelines are to protect you, they're to protect your customers, and of course, they're to protect the Zinzino brand. And as I said before, the key topics I'm going to talk about is social media as mainly, and then I'm going to touch on testimonials and health claims and how to do them in a compliant way, and then some brief AI policies that relate to social media as well. So, social media is a powerful tool, but it's also a legal minefield. Everything that you post about Zinzino, you're considered an influencer. So your posts are equal to advertising. So you need to stay compliant and build the business in the compliant way. The easiest way to do this is to clearly identify yourself as an independent partner. That's in your bio on your Instagram account, your Facebook account, and using the independent partner logo that you'll find in your Zinzino back office. Now, naming your accounts, choose a lifestyle name that's personal to you and reflects you, not the brand. So you can't have Zinzino in the handle or the title or any of our trademark names like Collagen Boost or Balance Oil or anything like that. So I've just put some compliant examples in there that you could use, like Health with Emily, Healthy Living with James, or you could have a group that's Team Wellness Hub. Now, in the back office file library, we also have a selection of different naming ideas just to spark some interest and ideas with you if you're having trouble coming up with names. You can even contact us in marketing if you want some ideas around that as well. We're more than willing to help. And as I said before, don't use Zinzino or any product names in your handle, username, page name, or group title. And as well, don't come across as representing an official corporate page, like having a Zinzino Australia account or a Zinzino Mexico account or something like that, and coming across as corporate. And I've got some non-compliant examples there, like at Zinzino Emily or at Zinzino Balance Oil or Zinzino Results Worldwide or Zinzino Official Team Australia, something like them. They're not compliant. So any Zinzino or brand names can only be used by Zinzino. So as your post equals advertising and you're classified as an influencer, you need to follow these rules. If you're talking about test results, product usage, before and after photos, or even the business opportunity, you must put #ad or #advertisement at the beginning of your posts. So some examples there are #ad, my latest balance test results are XYZ, or #advertisement, taking my daily omega-3 Zinzino balance shot. The non-compliant version there would be, I feel amazing from taking my Zinzino products, which has no disclosure and no hashtag. Now, we all know that we can't have medical or disease-related claims. We're not allowed to say it helped clear up my eczema, cures inflammation, improved my depression, helped cured my child's ADHD. I mean, these are things, and we talked about this on the Leader Council, it's something that, you can have a conversation about things that you've heard online. This is something that you definitely cannot talk about. So we want to keep it generic and, it supports general wellness. It helps maintain my omega balance, or using the EFSA approved claims, which you can find on the product fact sheets. And they're actually on each product page of the website. You'll find them on there. So if you're unsure, just go to the product pages and look at all of the approved claims and what you can say for each particular product. And again, if you're unsure, speak to us at marketing and we can help you as well. Now, there are disclaimers by country. We have added quite a few into the marketing rules and guidelines. There's obviously the EU with the EFSA approved claims. The USA is the FDA, and that's the disclaimer that they have there, is that these statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. We have a whole list from the UK, Canada, Australia, and so forth on there. Of course, we don't have every single market on there, but if you have issues or want any clarity around that, you can, of course, speak to us at marketing as well. Now, when it comes to visuals, we have a whole suite of images, videos, and templates in the back office that you can use. If for any reason there is something that you need a translation on that we don't quite have yet, please speak to marketing at Zinzino.com with your request. And that this way it ensures that we can get it done correctly and consistently, and more importantly, that it's compliant when it's being posted out there. Always identify yourself as an independent partner when you're posting online. And, you know, don't alter any of our packaging, our logos, or any of our imagery. And if you are posting your own product photos, make sure that their branding is on brand for us and it is compliant as well. And no creating of any unauthorized video content or testimonials without express company approval. And as Gabrielle said before, we do have a whole lot of lovely testimonials on our website. So you're happy to use any of them. If you've got any more, then you can email us at testimonials@zinzino.com with them, which I'll talk about in a slide further down. Now, I just want to get into some platform-specific guidelines. As we know, each platform is different. Instagram, again, it's about not using Zinzino or any of our product names in the handle, account name, or bio. Always disclosing that you're an independent partner for Zinzino, and just focusing on lifestyle content and avoiding any medical or health claims. Now, you can have a team building a group on Instagram for your team, but it has to be a closed group. If it's a personal account or a Zinzino account to promote to customers, that can be open, but any team groups need to be closed. Now, for Facebook, again, clearly labeling that you're an independent partner and not using Zinzino in the name of your account. Teams, again, should remain private and link any customer-facing content to the official Zinzino pages. TikTok, for those of you that are using TikTok, that's the same scenario again about not using Zinzino in the names or handles of it. Personal TikTok shops for selling are not allowed, and you want to focus on lifestyle-based and entertaining content on TikTok that resonates with the audience there. Now, avoid filters that suggest like body transformations, health improvements, or exaggerated results on TikTok as well. And for LinkedIn, no recruiting of employees or advertising job opportunities on behalf of Zinzino. You want to build your own customer base through networking and engaging with relevant groups that suit you, and of course, following our company's official Zinzino page. And you never want to portray yourself as working or hiring for Zinzino. Then we've got our chat groups like WhatsApp, Telegram, and other platforms. So you want to keep your team chats there private, not create any public groups or channels that have Zinzino or any of our product names in the title. And you want to follow the same approach as we do with the other channels as well, and no unapproved health claims or product-related statements. Now, we have also created additional 2 documents. So we've got a prospecting on social media guide and a social media toolkit, and they're in your back office under social media. They talk a little bit about what I have before, but just give you some tips and tricks on how to work best on social media. Now, another new thing that we've put into our marketing rules and guidelines is about paid ads and lead generation. So the update on this is that business ads are allowed. So business opportunity ads are allowed, but product ads are not. So you can promote the business, Zinzino business, and invite people to learn more about the business opportunity. You cannot run paid ads, health-related funnels, or lead generation campaigns about Zinzino and our products. Now, we actually had a question in the leader call earlier, and it was about So can I have a ad or a funnel about, say, pregnancy or menopause or something like that? Now, yes, you can. You can definitely have, and it's all about being strategic. You can have an ad about that, but in the advert, it can't talk about Zeno and its products, okay? So there is more information about the do's and don'ts in the marketing rules and guidelines. But again, if anyone's got any questions, they can feel free to talk to me or speak to us at the marketing inbox as well, and we can sort of go further into that. So I've just got some examples there of an allowed ad. I'm an independent partner, asked me about how I found time freedom. And again, with the business opportunity ads, obviously we can't talk about, income claims and different things like that, which is also listed in the marketing rules and guidelines. And then not allowed, take this supplement to reduce your risk of health disease, or, start your journey with Balance All now, or any of our particular products. And again, with our ads, just like our social media pages, you must clearly identify yourself as an independent partner. Use the official independent partner logo, which is in the back office. Again, use hashtag ad or advertisement clearly at the beginning of every post. And, as I keep saying, no medical claims, just, EFSA claims, and keep it generic. And never use any of the Zinzino logos, trademarks, or product names in your ad account names, page titles, or funnels. And again, marketing@zinzino.com, we're here to help. So we can check if you've got any ads and you want to run it past us for compliance, and we're happy to help. So now we go on to testimonials. So testimonials as well equals advertising. So if you have any testimonials that you are sharing, and even if it is one of the ones that we've got on our website, all of the great testimonials on the different pages, you need to put ad at the beginning of the post. Again, not making any medical or therapeutic claims, and no timeline references. So like in 30 days or anything that guarantees results, because we need to maintain those realistic expectations. And as we all know, that the results vary from person to person. So just some improved testimonials that I've got there. You would have hashtag ad, after 120 days, my balance test reached optimal range, and follow on from that. Or I love working with this brand that focuses on personalized wellness. And then you've got some not allowed ones there. It cured my joint pain, or it fixed my eczema, or any sort of claims like that. And as I said before, we want all the lovely customer stories that you've got, even if it's your own story, any testimonials that you think would be great for Zinzino, please send them through to testimonials@zinzino.com. We will then verify those requests and make sure that they're compliant, and then we will get written consent and we'll publish those approved stories. So please send them through if you've got any. Now, I'm just going to briefly touch on our AI policy. As Gabrielle said, it is in its infancy state of what we've got online, and it will develop as quickly as AI developing itself. But for the most part, I just want to sort of touch on what you can and can't do. As we know, AI is fantastic and it can help in so many ways. But we really want you to use AI for your admins, for translations, or for creative drafting for your business. Please don't enter any confidential company information into AI tools. Don't create any AI branded bots, and don't impersonate Zinzino or build your own AI branded tools. Again, we will have more information on this. Please go and have a look at the marketing rules and guidelines and just have a read through just to get a better understanding. But that's sort of a brief overview of it. And with any AI that you are doing, if you're doing using AI for captions, translations, or voiceovers, you must clearly state that it is AI generated content at the top of your post or video. And of course, don't use AI to make claims about Zinzino products or customer outcomes. So just to give you a brief summary of what I have been over today, and I'm happy to share all of these notes afterwards if anyone wants them as well. So clearly label yourself as an independent partner. Use the independent partner logo. Make sure every promotional post about Zinzino has ad or advertisement at the beginning. As we know, use only the EFSA approved health claims for each product. Share personal experiences with disclaimers and realistic expectations. Use only approved visuals and templates, or make sure that they're on brand. And label AI-generated content and use AI responsibly. And as always, email marketing if you've got any questions or you need anything approved. And only promote the business opportunity and not the product in paid ads. So, why does all this matter? And at the end of the day, as I've said before, it's to protect your business, and it's also to protect our brand. They're to stop us from getting legal fines and to help you from getting account suspensions. We want to have consumer trust, and we want to keep Enzeno's reputation strong for long-term success. So integrity is the future of marketing, and authenticity builds trust. You're not just sharing a product, you're representing a global wellness brand. So let's lead with clarity, transparency, and excellence.